Well, good morning, everybody.
Good
Welcome to
morning.
Bead Maker Coffee, the July edition, brought to you by Team McCall. So today is Gordon McCall Day and Team McCall Day. And also, product of the day is Swirl Killer Coffee. Boy, don't we wish we had some. All right, here we go.
Yes.
We'll talk about Sydney's coffee disaster in a minute. But yes, we all wish we had some Swirl Killer Coffee, but we'll make do with what we got. So how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Bright-eyed and
Thanks for
bushy-tailed
joining us,
this morning,
Jamie.
So here we go.
How
That's right.
exciting.
This,
Yeah.
Keith, DJ KD, this episode's also brought to you by #Team Basement of PNS.
Yes.
This is going to be a fun one, you know. You never know what we might bring up as topics and stuff. So
we did hear that there may be a product come out of the basement in the not too distant future. So there you go.
I like to hear that.
Yeah. Not too many people get to see the basement. So, oh my gosh, my cat's about ready to take over the Bead Maker Coffee in a second. She's like right behind it. She's like right behind my camera, and she's like,
Crystal, get the mama.
She's looking for Mocha Moose
because I have my AirPods in.
Right. Yeah, she's looking for Mocha Moose too, and we're not there yet.
She is.
So.
No Mocha Moose today, guys. We're going with the neighborhood brew. We're gonna see how this goes.
Shout out the neighborhood brew.
Yeah, rooted.
There we go.
Rooted. Yeah. So Jamie, what? Thanks for coming on. By the way, I always love having a new guest co-host. So, what are you going to be up to in the next month?
The next month? Well, we got to get through July. And then, June,
which
July,
will go
August,
by like that.
Yeah, June, July, and August are pretty rough. 100 degrees, high humidity, that kind of deal. So when it comes to August, I'm looking to get out of the swamp. I got to get out of here for a little bit or something, take a little break. And I'm thinking that nice California weather is the place to be. So I think I need to take a visit to California, and even more specifically, I think Monterey's sounding pretty nice. Does that sound pretty good?
Yeah, I'm down.
Is fantastic in August.
Is it?
Yeah.
I hear there's a certain week during the month of August as well that is pretty big, pretty nice, has some $1 million supercars that need to be maybe rinseless washed, maybe wiped down a little bit.
Monterey Car Week.
Monterey
goes to Monterey Car Week every year.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We have a little team announcement, huh?
Yeah,
we do. So we did a little different this year. Normally we announce earlier and we kind of overlay into other events going on. But with Air Force One just wrapping up last week, we wanted to kind of stay out of that space and let those guys have a great 20th anniversary. By the way, congratulations to Rennie and the team and really to the Museum of Flight as well. What a great event. I saw all sorts of industry folks there. As you all know, Sydney and I were there last week with Bob and Dave and the entire Air Force One team. What a great group of folks, and we had a fun time. I mean, we just got to catch up with everybody. It really is an industry event that does a lot of good I think it does a lot of good for the reputation of detailers at large. So,
for sure.
Congratulations to the whole team that was there. But now the next team is up, and we're into, the next season of the summer, which is Monterey Car Week, widely considered one of the best and largest concourse events of the year. But it's not just at the Pebble Beach time. There is a whole week of activity that goes with that, and it starts with Gordon's kickoff party. It's now been purchased and owned by Motorlux, which is the Haggerty's team. And they've incorporated a group called the Broad Arrow Group to have an auction the same week. And so we participate in that event, the kickoff party, which is at the Jet Center, and the Motorlux, the Broad Arrow Group auction. And then we go over to the Quail, which is Gordon's curated on the lawn golf course special event. And there's between usually 4 and 10 new model or new vehicle reveals at the Quail itself. And then we get out of town actually before the big show, which is on the weekend. So a lot of fun. And we've kind of changed the team up this year, haven't we, Sid?
Yeah, a little bit. We have a special guest.
We have a
with us.
couple special guests.
Oh, yes, we do. Yeah.
We have one very special guest with us right now. So
Yes.
let's just let the cat out of the bag if we haven't already beat around the bush enough. Jamie is joining the team this year.
Jamie the cleaner is going to be at Monterey.
I'm quite pumped.
That's so exciting.
Proud to be part of the team. I'm ready to bump some elbows with the amazing detailers that are on this year's team. And I'm sure Keith is about to go through the list in a minute, but it's going to be a real good time.
Yeah, we have an absolutely amazing team this year. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Hans, you just asked when will Jamie be at P&S headquarters to make stuff? Well, maybe sooner than you think. So there you go. Well, should we announce the team or should we Okay. Well,
I think run down the team members. Yeah. Right. I mean, they're all going to announce on social media today, but let's go ahead and run down the team.
All right. So this is what we detailed last week. We put the team together. No, team has been put together for about a month and a half. So let's start at the end, if you will, because we always go alphabetically. We will do so in reverse order this year. So from SoCal Detail, and we just love her to death. Uniservant is joining us this year. Going to have a great time with her. If you don't know the folks with SoCal Detail Supply, you guys need to get to know them. They're down in LA area. And then our own trainer, Mr. Tony Mazzell, is going to join us this year. First year on the team. Obviously, Sydney will be there. And Robin Sweet with the Detail Lab out of Chatham, New York. So she will be coming in. We just saw her at Air Force One. So she's double teaming this year as far as two teams. And then we get up to the Northwest here, the Sasquatch chapter of the IDA. Mr. Rick Walling will join us from Ultimate Auto Detail in Salem. So happy to have him on the team again this year. And of course, Rennie will be there. I know it goes without saying, but we'll announce Rennie's on the team as well. And then from the Rag Company, we have Nate Schrum. Now he will be there to help do video. And also we can tell you, the Rag Company guys show up to do video and pictures and everything else, and they end up grabbing a towel because they're the Rag Company, and they dive in on the cars. And last year, we had a little bit of a rainstorm, so it was all towels on deck last year. And all those guys, they come to take pictures, and they end up working on cars. Isn't that amazing? And then we have the scientist himself, Mr. Michael Hill, joining us this year as well, first year for him. And we have the Joshes. So every year we seem to do this. We pick a group of folks with the same name, and this year's no difference. So we have Josh, Josh, and Josh. Josh Pierce, who, Carousel Auto, just always on here. Good morning, Josh. Thanks for chiming in. I haven't put your stuff up, but you're here. From the Rag Company, who we will see in 2 days because we're all going to Waxstock. That's a whole nother conversation. And then the other Josh. So there's Josh and the other Josh at the Rag Company, Josh Brodel, who will be joining us for the first time as well. So another new team member. And then a returning vet, Jimmy Wilkie, also with the Rag Company.
Jimmy. He takes the good video.
He does. Yes, he does. He's our guy for the video. So, and we're excited to have him back again this year. And then there's Mr. James Jimmy Buffett Akers. So
Jimmy Buffett.
I'm so excited to have Jimmy on the team this year. He and I've talked about it for years that he wanted to be on the team.
Yeah.
So here, we got Mr. Akers.
Nice.
So exciting.
Okay, coffee break. There we go. We're back with the team. So Ian Belcher, our own Ian, and Sydney and I say, if you don't have an Ian, you got to get an Ian. Ian's kind of the guy who just, when things need to happen and come out of PNS, Ian makes it happen. By the way, Ian, I got the shirts for a special friend of ours in Europe. Thank you for sending those to me. All right. Mr. Greg Pa out of Portland, Oregon. Again, back to the Sasquatch chapter. All right. Greg, again, great guy in our industry. He and his son run Portland Pro Detail. And so his son is going to be flying solo that week because he's going to be with us. And then Eric Rutledge, Motorhead Detailing, Minnesota. I got to make sure I get the state right. I always think it's Wisconsin, but it's Minnesota. And he was just at Air Force One, so busy summer for him as well.
Yep.
And then we have another special guest pair, and I'm going to announce them together, even though they're not listed together on my alphabet. And that is the DiGiovannis. So Chris and Emery will join us. She is a photographer extraordinaire, from what I understand, and they've been doing some cool photo and video work already. And Chris, of course, with Detailer's Roadmap. They are joining us, and they're going to kind of do a whole video vlog from start to finish on being on the team. So something we've always talked about doing and never done. And they're going to come in and do that for us. And they're detailers, so we know they're going to end up touching cars anyway. That's just how it happens. And then we have out of Albany, Oregon, again, heavy on the Sasquatch chapter this year. We have Mr. Andy Van Order with Andy's Auto Care Plus and Ceramic Coatings. And again, another guy who doubled up and did Air Force One. So the only three people I haven't mentioned are myself, which obviously we know I'll be there. And really the guys who are most responsible for this thing and who, just a class act, and the people who founded the whole idea, which is Bob and Dave Phillips.
That's right. Incredible team.
Yeah. So there will be 24 of us 23 of us descending upon PNS on Monday, what is that? The 12th? 13th. Monday the 13th. I think it's 13th.
I don't know.
We can't get through the day, let alone what 2 weeks from. Monday the 14th. The day. Now, Sydney and I will go in a little early because we're going to help prep the vans and help out. It'll be a good time. I do want to mention that every year we try to have 2 veteran returnees to the team who are kind of our veteran captains. Josh Pierce and Robin Sweeter, those folks this year. So welcome back.
Can't get 2 better captains than that.
No.
I hear Josh Pierce, dresses pretty fancy on the fancy night.
He does. Yes.
I'm gonna have to step it up.
He does. My shoe game was lacking last year. I will
match Mr. Pierce.
Josh was on point. Yeah, he was on point.
Yeah.
Very cool. But I want to say how honored I am to be picked by Team PNS to be a part of this event. I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, we're so excited.
My kids are pretty young at the moment, but hopefully, 10 years go down the road, 20 years, I can show them some pictures and they can be like, Dad did something actually pretty cool with his little, car washing business. So,
well, we got video this shoot, so
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't quite be like the home videos that Sydney and I had with our families, but
yeah, you're gonna love it. It's such an amazing week. It's my favorite week all year. It's really, really great.
Yeah. So congratulations to Team McCall's. Now, everybody says, well, wait a minute. He sold the event. Yes, but this team was built around Gordon McCall's vision of how the detail industry could represent at that event. And I think, it's only fitting that it's still called Team McCall's, in honor of Gordon McCall, who we will get to see. Not sure what that program is going to look like, but I understand it's going to be pretty cool this year. So last year we visited the bat cave that is Gordon McCall's offices. And if we all had an office like that, let me tell you, oh man,
I'd never stop working.
No, and that shop looked more like a Gordon McCall museum of unique and interesting things. Such a reflection of his personality. It's not always about one category for Gordon, and that's the fun part about Monterey Week. You will get to see everything. The parking lot at the Quail is probably the best parking lot on the planet. There's more high-end supercars in that joint than there may be on the lawn. So it's a great time.
What's funny is I don't even think I've ever been to a golf course. So going to the biggest golf course as the first one is going to be pretty crazy.
Wow. So we're like a bunch of firsts for you, right? So to San Francisco, first time you're on a golf course. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Will this be the first time that you've been to a cocktail party?
Oh yeah. I don't even know I'm gonna be like Ricky Bobby and I don't even know what to do with my hands.
With my hand.
This
my
is
gosh,
gonna be
that's
wild.
so great.
Yeah.
so great.
Well, now you have been to a LSU football game, right?
No. I don't like
Oh,
football.
well, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I want to say you don't get out much, but I think that'd be even an overstatement there.
That's going to be really fun. And the dinner part for you is going to be really interesting because you walk from like station to station and you get like bites this big of certain things and you have no idea what it is.
I like free samples, so.
Yeah. Well, it's like Costco times 1,000.
Nice.
Like super fancy stuff. Most of it's pretty good, but yeah, if you're adventurous in your eating, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
If you're like me and Levi and you just would prefer grilled cheese and chicken nuggets, you're going to have a rough time.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's a good way to stay on your diet if that's the case. So, that's
nice.
There's that.
There's paella every year and there's octopus in it, just as a heads up.
You don't have to eat the octopus part.
Hey, I'll give it to you.
Super cool. Well, I'm so excited. It's going to be such a great week. And it's going to sneak up on us like crazy because like Keith said, Keith and I leave in 2 days for Waxstock, which is so crazy. It hasn't really hit me yet. I have a graphic going out today, but honestly, it hasn't hit me yet. I have not started packing yet. I think I have purchased all the necessities, but I have not started packing yet. So I see Hans was here earlier on one of the channels saying, don't get, what did he say? Don't fill up on stroopwafels or I can't wait. I just can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. The worst part is, Sydney, our flights are like in the afternoon on Wednesday. So, Jamie, I don't know if you how much you travel, but when you travel and you fly, right? If you're flying in the morning, you pack the day before, right? So, and then if you wake up in the morning, you go, oh, shoot, I got to get that. That doesn't happen for me because I'm going to start packing at noon. I think my flight's at 3. So I'll leave the house at 1.
Wow.
So
you have to leave early.
Well, my flight's at like 3:30. But remember, I got an hour drive to the airport.
Yeah, we don't leave until like 6:30 from Boise. But it's because you lose an hour, right? We're already on Mountain Time.
Yeah, so we
leave at 6:30, and we only have a 1-hour flight to Salt Lake.
Right, but my flight's at 4:30 your time. And I have a 1-hour flight to Seattle.
Yeah, but I
mean, we both all sit around in the airport for a while.
Yeah, I think you must have a longer layover.
I do, and I also have about a 45-minute shorter flight because I'm flying over the pole from Seattle, and you're flying from Salt Lake. So
now Jamie has done.
It works out that I fly shorter than she does when she goes to Salt Lake.
Yeah, Jamie has done a travel day that has taken that long unintentionally. Unintentionally, he's done a couple of them.
Yeah, but spending more time in the airport than on a plane doesn't count.
Yeah, he's the master of making like the 4-hour flight take 12 hours.
I get stuck in airports a lot.
Yeah.
Seems to be the case.
Yeah. And you think to yourself, I could have just driven to Dallas. That's
right.
Yes.
Probably what I should start doing. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
so that's going to happen this week. We're super excited.
Yeah, we're Wednesday to Wednesday for our travel.
Yep.
So if you cannot get a hold of us Wednesday, Thursday, that's why, because we'll be either on a plane or dead tired.
Nice.
Or it might be a whole different day where we are. I'm not sure.
We don't cross the international date line. We just get there 8 hours.
I think it turns Thursday way before it turns Thursday here or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's basically an 8-hour time difference from West Coast time, 7 for the mountain folks. So essentially we'll just be living ahead of everybody else. I think that works out.
Yeah. I got to get across the United States without getting, stuck in airports before I try and go to someplace like Waxstock.
Yeah. Can you imagine? We'd have to have like a week heads up.
Yeah.
Direct flight is the way to go. Direct flight.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, just a comment from Ethan. Yeah, the Museum of Flight. If you've never been there,
so cool.
Fantastic facilities. The Boeing people have a first-class operation up there, and you will walk into something that you've never even heard of before. So it's so cool.
Yep. Nice. So cool.
That's right.
I know, me too. I saw this comment earlier. Still trying to acclimate to the clean-shaven JTC. Totally. What? So I'm always curious. Like, what makes you decide to just totally change it up?
I'm pretty pretty, I'll change the hairstyle or shave the beard. It's random.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to cut me some good chops. I was like, I'm going to get some sideburn chops going on.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out. I got like a side doesn't come out this side, so I just shaved the whole thing.
If you can get the hair to kind of do the poop thing, the floofy thing over the top, you could have a good Elvis thing going.
There we go. Maybe I'll rock the Elvis look coming into Monterey.
There you go.
There you go. Then get yourself a shiny satin shirt. It'd be perfect. Good morning, Bonnie.
Here somehow,
Good morning, Bonnie. Good morning, Stephen.
Stephen's on.
Stephen Chan, yes. So real quick, before we get into questions, while we're going through the good mornings, I don't want to miss this part because I like this part, I like to talk about what is our favorite product from PNS that we used last week. Like if there was something that got you out of a jam, what was your what came in clutch for you last week, Jamie?
So my product is Eddie Cologne's favorite PNS Swift Interior Clean and Shine, because Sydney gave me a call and we got to talking, and she said she came up with a new off-label use for it, and I myself also had an off-label use for it. And welcome to Team Basement, DJ. This is what happens when you get me and Sydney in the same spot. We start, coming up with off-label stuff, but Sydney told me to use it in the gas cap area. So I made a little video on it, cleaning up a little gas cap, cleans it up, puts a little protection on it. No one dresses the gas cap, right? I mean, who goes in there and puts some little dressing in the gas cap? So that's a pretty good use for it. Even if, you clean it, if it's real dirty, clean it, how you normally clean it, and then come in at the end, spray a little Swift in there, dry it up, that'll make it look pretty good. But I've been wiping down newer vehicles. Instead of fully dressing the trim, I just take Swift, mist it in my towel, and go over all the exterior trim with it, and it's been pretty amazing. So Swift and the new Defender, of course, I've been using that on all over the place. I mean, it's just slick, shiny, using it everywhere in the house, wipe down cabinets. Defender Swift has just been the clutch products of the summer for sure.
Yes, for sure. I also used Swift on my leather couch right behind me. It takes dog nose prints off the couch, and it's kind of the same. Like it cleans it up and just leaves a little bit of protection. I mean, it's so perfect. But on the gas cap thing, wouldn't you agree though, that probably when the customer goes and gets gas the first time, they absolutely notice that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just leaves it it looks like it probably did when it was brand new. So yeah, I love that.
Oh yeah.
Love it. So my product of the week is one that we don't typically talk about because it's kind of hard to get. It's water spot remover.
Yep, y'all won't ship me that one.
I know, gosh.
I'm laughing for another reason.
I know. We are in the season here of people parking in the sprinklers. And there's all these dealerships here that love to just go out and hose the cars down in 100 degrees and just walk away. And so I had a brand new, not even 2 months old, red Tahoe last week that was covered in water spots, every inch of the car. Thought I wanted to cry because, of course, it was here for a coating.
Oof.
So I used the water spot remover, and it only added 30 minutes to my whole appointment because what I did was it came in clean. And so I just used the applicator method with the water spot remover, basically applied it just like a coating, let it sit for a minute, and then deactivated it and washed the car like normal. And, it didn't get them all off, but definitely when I went to do the polishing stage, they just it softened them up, took that top layer off, and then it was perfect. So, that was definitely one. It's one of those products that you hope to never have to use, but when you have it, you're just so thankful. We'll have to figure out a way to get you some. So I know it's not Dave's favorite product. Dave's not a big fan of the acids, but it's a great product. I love it.
Well, we need to have a full video from you on how to use it, Sydney, and maybe you can have your apprentice participate in that activity.
Yeah.
Water spot removing. We still need crystal wash. I mean,
yeah.
You got to make it happen.
Dave doesn't mind crystal wash. Crystal wash isn't in the harsh acid
I'm
family.
just saying products. We need videos made. I don't know if
Yeah.
DKKD, I don't know if you want to fly me out or something, but I'll come film it for you.
Yeah.
The people want the crystal wash video.
I know
Yeah,
they
give them what you
do.
want.
Well,
And
maybe
I
when we're all in Monterey with all those videographers, we might be able to make it happen.
That's a
sounds like a
great
pretty good
idea. That's a great idea.
I'm an idea man, Jack. That's what I am.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
That's why you're on the ones and twos.
There you go.
We should put that on the list. How early does Jamie get to PNS?
I don't know. I got his flight arrangements somewhere.
We're going to do it.
Okay.
We're going to do it.
I left this comment up for a little bit. Fred you do stuff with these guys, right? The glove box guys, Jamie?
Yes. Yeah, I love the glove box team. Fred and Brad over there. They're good people.
So they're great guys. They do a box club thing. And I know we've talked to them for years, and people have asked, why haven't you done it? Why have we not done a lot of things? We just have a lot going on. So, my hope is that we get in the next year, we'll be able to do something with those guys as well. But
yeah, for sure.
They're fun folks over there, and they have a great program. So I just wanted to say hi to them.
Yes. Humberto.
I'm just burning through the good mornings.
By the way, y'all haven't commented on this chalkboard.
I love the chalkboard. I did notice it. The secret.
I don't know if we were having a competition or what was going on.
I tried to channel my inner always sunny
I totally love it.
meme.
I totally love it, and I was going to comment on it because I noticed the Clean Buster and the Clean Maker recipe. I love it.
All
That's
my
awesome.
Recipes. Got
I love
hashtag Team Basement. Hashtag Arts and Crafts.
Awesome. Arts and crafts. Man, I'm already stressed out about arts and crafts next year.
Yeah. We got to find some
so much planning to do.
Around.
So funny. I like Eddie's comment. Hashtag Idaho sprinklers. That's great.
Yeah, I don't have to deal with too many sprinkler situations either.
Oh, man. They're horrible here.
But just people in my area like to wash their vehicle, but they don't dry. They'll just leave. They'll just take off down the road. And so I do deal with a lot of water spots, but not as bad as the sprinkler problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awful. And we have really hard water. Josh Pierce saying, can't wait to spend the week with such a great team. I'm so excited. I mean, all the teams are always great, but this year I'm so excited. It is just going to be just really, really strong team. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So somebody says it's humid in Toronto. Is it still smoky? That's my question. Terry is in the house. All right. Welcome, Puerto Rico. Love having.
The only thing is to keep Jamie's hands off of mixing stuff for a while. That's what he likes to do.
I only have 2 recipes.
And when you get to that place, and when you get to that place where you don't get in so much trouble for mixing stuff, then you just go with it.
Yep. I'm not on the payroll. I don't have to worry about random texts from the BOB.
Right.
This is why Sydney kind of sneaks stuff my way, and then
right. That's why I call it go. Hey, you should try this.
Team Basement.
Because otherwise, the text comes through that says that is not part of the program.
Yeah. Yes. Jack in the Box is not on the program.
Good morning. Golly, man, we can't go anywhere.
So funny. All right, HM Auto Detailing says, closest I've gone to golf was a driving range. Man, I would tell people they should, the Clampets come to town. I was going to say, you should try to go golfing, but it's expensive now. Like, it's such an expensive sport.
I had a tee time over the weekend, and we just decided not to go, but it would have been $58 for 18 holes.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking like $200 a weekend. Yeah. It's crazy. So expensive.
Yeah. And that's without a golf cart. So you got to bring your own. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
All right. Here we go.
Okay, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Is there a special towel to use with Swift? I used it on a 2019 Blazer, and the front dash looked hazy, and the rest of the panels looked fine. I just use a regular 365, and actually probably my favorite towel to put it on with, which I'm not really sure why, is actually the Orange Pearl from the Rag Company. I tend to grab that one a lot. I'm not sure why or what difference that makes. I use all sorts of towels. I would say I would not use a high pile towel or even an FTW, because that towel is going to hold on to too much of the Swift. So you want a towel that's going to let go of, you don't want a towel that's going to absorb most of the protectant out of the Swift, because then I think you will get, some varying streaking kind of going on. So I think that's why I like the Pearl, because it lays it down nice and even. But otherwise, there's just going to be some material that is not going to like it. Like an Escalade, the new Escalades, the doors don't like Swift. It's the only part of the car that doesn't like it. So there is going to be those areas. And to be honest, on those doors, like on the Escalade, you can't put any protectant of any kind. So it's not anything necessarily against Swift. It just doesn't work with any protectant. So, if you have areas like that, I would just recommend going back to just Express. You could lightly spray Express on a towel and run back over the dash if it looks funny. But most likely, if you're having trouble in areas like that, it's not going to take any protectant. Good.
Yeah, there's some vehicles that seem to, I don't know, they just don't seem like they want to absorb it. They want to just reject whatever you put on it. So sometimes you just got to go with Express and call it a day.
Yeah. Yep. And I would assume that it's probably very similar, because it's a GM vehicle, and they have a mix of materials in those GMs. And my daughter has the Trailblazer, and Swift works great on her entire car, but her entire car is kind of a lower grade plastic than the Blazers. So, there's just going to be some materials that it's not going to do well with.
But also try 2 towels. Just make sure you're coming over with the second towel, and maybe that'll level it out a little better.
Yeah. The other thing to always remember is we never know where these vehicles have been. So, hey, look, if it's a higher end GM like a Cadillac, you don't know if they did a factory coating on the interior and the exterior, because used to be, hey, look, man, we don't know what the paint's like, but now we don't know. Got a coating on the inside, on the outside, on the windows. We just don't know. And there are some factory programs that have that, and there are some dealer programs that have it. So it may not always be you, and it may not always be the product, which I know that doesn't really get you off the hook when it looks weird to the customer, but it is a thing. This is probably my favorite.
Jethro
the cleaner.
Yeah, I need to strike some oil. That'd be great. Get over down the
Gary,
Hollywood.
good morning. Cleaner, you definitely need to go walk around the Pebble Beach and do a 17-mile drive. Well, the only thing, to be honest, though, when he's there, he's not going to really realize it's a golf course. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
There's cars parked everywhere, and it's, the short green grass, but, the flags aren't in the holes and all that. Like, it's not going to be you're not going to get like the golf course feel.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. But the 17-mile drive is a thing. The problem is I'm not sure on that event they will let us take the Sprinter vans on the may not be quite the caliber of car that will allow in that program.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Just saying. Here we go. Tim in the house.
Good morning, everybody.
There's a question coming up from Mark Abar. I want to get to that. We will have fun at Waxstock, whether we like it or not. No, just kidding.
Yep.
We're excited to go. It's going to be a great time, and we're traveling with the Rag Company team again, on the road again with Josh Petro, and we will be with Dane, and who else is on our team?
Jimmy and Anthony. It's Dane.
How can we forget
Jimmy.
Anthony? How do you forget that person now?
And Josh.
Yeah. So the only one we won't get of the big three is we will not get Mr. Gates. He's not coming on this trip, but we'll substitute Josh in there, and it'll be a great time. So,
nice.
It is going to be literally, Jamie, planes, trains, and automobiles.
Nice.
So if you have not seen the movie, I have a feeling we will outdo the movie. Hey, Dane, that's a video idea. Just do planes, trains, and automobile.
Well, and it sounds like, what was the deal? There's like somebody striking. It's so like,
so the rail union is striking while we're there. And I'm like, I'm going to Europe. If they're not having a strike, it's really not Europe. So it's okay.
Sounds great.
Although technically England left the European Union, that's still kind of
right.
But it'll be very civilized strike, so it'll be all good.
Perfect. Eddie, this guy Jamie just shoots gophers, flip foam cannon, and watches wrestling. Real America. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, oddly enough, golf courses occasionally do have a gopher, so we could have a whole Caddyshack episode.
Did you guys know Jamie was a wrestler? Was that a true story, or were you messing with me?
No, that's a true story. I trained with Big Daddy Yum Yum in Shreveport, Louisiana.
I asked him how he became a wrestler or how he became a detailer, and he said his wrestling career didn't work out. So
Turns
funny.
out I might have been a little too small for that.
Yeah. Well, there's no top rope action that's going to happen during Monterey.
Oh, come on now.
That has happened yet. That. It could.
Well, that's true. It would be a new venture.
Given the next comment, Josh Pierce, he has a way to sneak into the VIP area, which has ropes.
Yeah. There you go.
And railings and balconies.
We'll have you take out the security guard that's trying to catch Josh.
Me and Josh Pierce will team up and take on somebody over there.
Yep. Pull a super fried Jimmy Snuka and drop an elbow on the guy. Yep. That's all I'm saying. All right. Happy Monday.
So funny. Hi, Alex.
Hey, it's Alex.
Cohort himself.
Look, it's your partner. Alex, he's so great. Gabriel, good morning. Man, we're so bummed we don't get to see Gabriel on this trip.
I know. Well.
Oh, darn it. There's always next year.
Yes, the Middle East is a long trip. Let me tell you, I was dumb enough one year to think, hey, they invited me to speak at the Dubai Auto Show and Car Wash Show. So it happened to be the week after SEMA.
Oh, my gosh.
So I went to SEMA all week with Bob and Dave, and then I got on a plane from Vegas. I flew from Vegas.
Oh, my gosh.
So I was gone for like 2 straight weeks. The flight was fantastic because they take care of you, but I do not recommend that travel itinerary.
Yeah.
We need some hot, we have Team Basement on here, guys. Let's get some good. Now's the time to ask the good questions.
Yep. Too funny. Howdy to everybody. Hello.
All right. After Waxstock, these two won't be able to speak, walk, or be awake after the stroopwafels.
It's hard to recover from a
you're not selling them the stroopwafels when you make comments like that. I assume that's in reference to his wrestling career.
Wrestling career, yeah.
No, I think it's talking about my clean shaven.
Yeah.
And the chops. Look at that. I love your chops.
Yep. Jamie definitely looked younger.
Appreciate you, Mr. Sam Squatch. Sam Squatch was the big winner on our podcast, by the way. So he won a Clean Buster kit. He won a Clean Maker kit. So we hooked him up, and he's going to get started and doing a little side gig over there real soon.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Alex says, I'll be in Monterey in spirit through Jamie and Tony's social media story shenanigans. Yes.
Right.
It's going to be a good time. Those two are going to have a good time. You guys are rooming together, right?
And it's not Sam Squatch, it's Sasquatch, guys. Come on now. Let's get it right.
No, I think there's somebody named Sam Squatch.
Oh, really?
This guy. Yeah, I think Tony's my unofficial handler. Make sure
yes.
I'm not mixing products.
we do that with all the special children when they come in.
Yep. Makes sense.
I'm loving the engine compartments. Oh, probably with Swift. I thought about that too. Yeah. Definitely. I've thought about it. It would have to be kind of already clean, but I could totally see how after you pressure wash it and it dries, it'd probably be great to wipe it down with Swift for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to try that. Like, I wonder if and maybe maybe it's already been done, but can you spray it and just let it level like Dynamic does? Or do you have to wipe it? Because, Swift a little bit separates, right? So I wonder if you can just leave it.
I think that's a video we'll have to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost said earlier that it seems like when you really agitate Swift a little extra and wait till the suds kind of dissipate, it seems to really go into the material and level out.
Yep.
So I think there is something to agitating it and giving it a wipe. But I don't know how to test.
Yeah. Chops looked more like chicken wings, so you shaved them off. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. And Okay, so Jamie, I understand there might be a new code you have on your site that you can.
There is a hot new promo code where Tim here can go over to psdetailproducts.com and save a little change, and that's promo Jamie10, save you 10% over there. So I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, is that like one of the only promo codes active right now for?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep, pretty much.
Y'all never have promo codes. Got to wait till Black Friday. Well, now y'all.
I know. Yeah.
Promo code.
Yeah.
Go over there, use it.
Yep. Jamie 10.
Yep. Go check it out.
All right, Mr. Hashtag Highspot McGee. I'm going to need an explanation of that story at some point.
Yes, Idaho sprinklers. Oof. Yes, avoid the sprinklers and hose off. Yes, it's just terrible. My favorite is when somebody with a black car goes out in 108 degrees and sprays their car with a hose. It's like oil in a frying pan.
Oh yeah,
just burns them in 1 second. Speaking of it,
So we've addressed the crystal wash. We're doing a video at Monterey.
We're doing the video at Monterey.
Don't care what else you do. Find a sand trap, park a car, and do the video. There we go. All right.
Yes. Mark says, is it just me, or do you find that Defender has that anti-static capability, just not seeing any dust buildup? Exactly. That was definitely on the checklist when it was developed. We had to have whatever the strongest anti-static capability Dave could find.
I mean, honestly.
And I think he did. Yeah.
Good job, Dave. Way to go, Dave.
I mean, honestly, Defender, I haven't even reached for Clean Maker too much since Defenders came out. Like Defender's just, he's him. Defender is him.
Yeah.
Well, but the bonus is with Defender, you really only want to put it on, say, every 4 to 6 months or so with wear and tear. So you still got your Clean Maker program.
Well, the thing is, I don't watch my own vehicle, so
yeah. I still use Clean Maker. I still use Clean Maker quite a bit. I do use Defender a lot. Obviously, I love it, but I still use Clean Maker a lot, just especially on those like quick touch-ups at the end. I still use it kind of as my final touch wipe. I still use it inside a lot. I use it on the interior as my final wipe. Or if, a car is just getting a car wash, or if it's had Defender recently, because you don't necessarily want to stack Defender. So if I have a car come in that's been coated within the last 3 months, I'm still using a lot of Clean Maker.
Yeah.
I Defender it up.
Yep. All right. Alex says, Jamie managed to get diamond platinum medallion status with spending the least amount of time on a plane, but maximum time in the airports. Yeah. That should be a thing, actually.
That should be a thing.
I think they gave him 10,000 points per hour that he got stuck on the ground. And that's how that happened. So.
Yeah. Do they ever give you any points as and I'm sorry that we just left you stranded for 10 hours, or no?
I don't think so.
No, they might give you alcohol, or they might give you free snacks. That's the best I've gotten out of them.
The snacks.
I like snacks.
Terry loves the Crystal Wash. I love the Crystal Wash.
Yeah, Terry uses a lot of Crystal Wash. He's a big fan.
I got an idea on the Crystal Wash video.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should have a Crystal Wash video challenge.
There you go.
There you go.
Your video, and whoever has the best one, we'll send a prize pack to.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like a good giveaway.
I like
you
that.
guys want us to do the video. You do the video.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the thing about Crystal Wash is, it's an acid. People are a little nervous about it.
Yeah.
I know it's mild and stuff, but it's a little confusing. Yeah. So, Terry, Terry, make us a video. We'll see what's up.
Yeah. All right, Eddie, I sense a little bit of sarcasm here, but he says, Jamie, I love Swift. Shut up.
Not out of the clone.
I told him the other day, I'm going to make you love Swift.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Don, good morning from Canada. Your products are available at the Show and Shine in Canada now.
Yes, they joined us about a year ago. Great partners and team members. We have a number of great Canadian partners, and they do a fantastic job. And we are adding a new one here very soon. So that's going to be even better news. So
nice. Yep. More haze.
Hey, Terry. Terry's
we got a shout out to Terry.
Popular.
Yeah.
All right. Adam says, I love Sydney's glass cleaning method using the TRC Pearl and Terry applicators. What's the best way to clean all my dirty applicators loaded up with TrueView? So I do a glass towel only load of towels. So I do my applicators and my glass towels together by themselves. They don't ever touch anything else. So I just wash them in the washing machine with the towels.
remember what your mother said, separate your colors. That's all I'm saying, right? And in this case, in the laundry business, separate your compound wax towels, separate your coating towels, separate your, not your coating, but your protection towels, separate your glass and your cleaning towels. Absolutely. That is really a key to getting a good outcome.
Yep.
Yeah, on the glass towels, Sid, you don't really need to do any kind of a pre-soak or anything, or a strip.
No.
They don't
I
really
don't
need
strip them or pre-soak them. I just wash them on their own, and they're great.
So let's talk about that for a second. Question from the fandom over here. So we've all talked about the method for stripping towels with Bead Maker. Same thing for Defender?
Yeah. Actually, that has come up, and I actually have some separated towels right now that are only touching Defender, because the question came up a couple times, and I was like, oh, I can't really say, because so many of my FTWs touch both Defender and Bead Maker.
Right.
So I don't know what's clogging them up. So I do have two special towels that are, Defender only. That have been through maybe only 3 or 4 cycles at this point, but I am monitoring that to see if Defender builds up slower, faster, so I'll wait a while to strip them just to see, because Bead Makers usually after 3 uses, you need to strip them, especially like in the FTWs. So I'm kind of monitoring that situation right now, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite posts. Been using Epic to keep the home windowsills clean and fresh. Again, you talk about a basement product. It's not really in the basement, but that is a product we haven't done a ton with, outwardly for a while. And, before we ever had, Absolute, and before we kind of did anything, we've had Epic, and it's been a great waterless product for a long time.
Yeah. I still use a ton of Epic. I still use Epic for door jams. I still clean door jams with Epic. I will do, I use Epic as my pre-spray, to be honest. And the reason is I know a lot of people like to go and pre-spray with Absolute, and that's great, but I have Epic, and I actually prefer Epic a little bit more because it's so much thicker of a consistency. It actually sticks on the surface for a little bit longer. So I use Epic as my pre-spray to Absolute when the car is really dirty. But yeah, I still use Epic a lot.
Yeah, no, Epic's a great product.
Yeah. Love it.
Shout
out to chalkboards.
Hashtag
your chalkboard behind you.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, I prefer driving the golf carts instead of playing golf.
Yeah.
I'm better at driving.
Yeah, my golf cart license got suspended on the weekend.
Uh-oh.
Apparently I drove too fast with your nephew in the cart.
Uh-oh. Did you knock somebody off?
No, I didn't do any damage to anything.
Run over
we just went fast.
Eddie says you have to use $100 brush.
It's an $80 brush, sir, unless inflation occurred.
Yeah.
Well, they could be. Golfing is the ultimate test of patience. Not if you drink enough bourbon, it really isn't.
I mean, I like putt-putt. Yes. I've done a lot of putt-putt. Pretty good.
It is the sport, though, that can really just make you feel really bad about yourself. It really is.
Again, if you're drinking alcohol and smoking cigars, you don't notice it as much. It's really quite painless that way.
Yeah. On my second jug of Interior Express. Awesome.
So, we talked about you guys' favorite products. Mine was actually Express because I had the crew. We went to the party in the truck, and I felt like I needed to clean the truck up a little bit. And I didn't have any Swift, so I went to the standby, the gold standard of Express Interior, and it was great.
It looked great. It looked really good job, Keith. It looked
not bad for a third-rate hack. That's what I say.
The golf cart is the best. Yeah.
I want to go to Puerto Rico and play golf. I do.
Me too. Yeah, let's go. Lots of companies have or are coming out with a waterless wash. Can you please talk a little bit about Epic? Haven't seen or heard much about it. Yeah.
Yes, we need more Epic.
So Epic's been around for a long time, right, Keith? We've had it for a long time. It's in our Pro Series line, and last year I think it got some new labels. Last year, maybe the year before. But it's just a standard waterless wash. So not really dilutable to a rinseless wash. I think it can be, but I think the dilution ratio is
It's like 4 ounces to a gallon.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. So it really is just better to leave as a waterless wash, to be honest. But it's great. I mean, it definitely is very safe. I've used it to wipe down kind of in a pinch, really, really, pretty dirty cars that should have been washed. We use it all the time at Monterey, right? We use it
we
there,
do. We take it with us.
if a car is a little bit dirtier. It's kind of nice because you could use it on wheels in a pinch. It does a great job at emulsifying the dirt and allowing you to safely remove it from the surface. So, it's been out forever. It works great. Really, really nice. The only thing I would say about it is I know there's a lot of waterless washes on the market that you can kind of use like a quick detailer also. I would not say that it's a quick detailer necessarily. You'll have to work a little bit harder at it to make sure that you get it all removed. If you really just need a quick detailer that's a mild waterless wash, paint gloss is probably more the better answer for that. Like I'm thinking if you're going to a car show and you want something to wipe your car down with, I would stick with paint gloss or Dream Maker. But if your car is actually like pretty dusty, pretty dirty, then Epic is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I still liken paint gloss to our Swiss Army knife. It's got a little bit of everything, but I mean, it is really a clay lube and a quick detailer. Now, what I will tell you about Epic, working in the scorcher belt that Jamie lives in, a lot of our detailers would dilute that 1-to-1 just so it was a little wetter because of the high heat and whatnot.
Because it is pretty thick.
Or that's a ready-to-use product, but a lot of guys would dilute it 1-to-1 or even 2-to-1 just so that it would stay wetter longer on the car. And I think they really did it because a lot of actives in there, they can flash off on hot paint. So that's what they did down in Texas when I was down there. Seemed to have really good success with it. And we do love the product. We really haven't done a ton with it, though. And that's kind of unfortunate because it was a part of that very first wave of waterless wash products. We saw waterless really come into the game 2002 to 2005, 6. We saw kind of a really push toward that. And then it kind of cycled out. And then we've seen lately the cycle back to the rinseless. And now I think the waterlesses are coming back as well because some of the rinselesses are, they're space appropriate for those things. And so
I think I did a video on it last year. I'll have to go look at our YouTube and I'll post it up on the Bead Maker Lounge. But I'm pretty sure I did a video on Epic last year. And I think at the time, like you say, things go in cycles, right, on what people use. But I'm pretty sure there's a video on Epic. So I'll go look for that and post it in the lounge.
Who would have thought Epic would have been the product of the day here today?
Yeah. Cool. There's always like a theme. There really is.
No, always comes up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't. I only had like a 16-ounce bottle of it one time, so I need to revisit Epic and the 1-to-1 tip.
That's a great tip. Yeah.
Kimberly
says, finally got my hands on a gallon of Epic. Great on removing Michigan Indian and bug bodies. Yes, it is great for bugs too. If you need kind of like a light pre-soak for bugs, I think that's why I really like it as my pre-soak because sometimes I can get away from having to use bug off, even though I'm a big fan of bug off. But so fun fact, honestly, about Epic is in my shop I have 5 5-gallon containers, right? So if I'm using something in a 5-gallon container, it means I use a lot of it. So if you walked in my shop, that is how you can tell what my most used, most favorite products are. And I have a 5-gallon container of Epic.
Well, dang. I guess I need to recheck Epic out for sure. Going back to the waterless washes are kind of coming back in cycle kind of deal. Yeah, a lot of them now they're putting silica in. So silica waterless washes are getting really popular. So might have to revisit.
How do you feel about that? I've never used one. Have you used one?
I have been using them recently because actually in Chicago, I didn't use pretty much any waterless wash, but in Chicago, I got to try Brand's silica infused waterless wash, and he dilutes it 1-to-1. And Anthony kind of showed us the techniques with the different towels and stuff. I have a really good video on it on my YouTube channel. And
I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but maybe you should try putting a little bit of Defender in
Epic. I had the same idea, but I wasn't about to say it out loud. little shot of Defender and then Epic. Man, I'm gonna have to order some Epic as soon as this live stream goes off.
Oh, too funny.
I like it.
Yes,
Keep
Anthony will
sweating
lose his
over there.
microphone again in a Waxstock lavatory. I'm sure he will. Yep.
I'm not going
Sure
with
he
him.
will. Yeah. But make sure you turn into the live. That should be interesting.
Well, yeah. So we got to talk a little bit about your duties there at.
Yeah, I'm going to be.
So what are you going to be doing?
Well, I'm going to be teaming up with Alan Medcraft, our favorite gentleman over there, and a big fan of Alan. And so we are going to be kind of just walking around the show. We hooked ourselves up with microphones and everything,
Nice.
and we'll be doing kind of the walk and talk and interviewing people, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll be streaming on various channels, probably. We'll be making videos too, but we'll be live streaming through some of it. So you guys will be able to kind of go on the walk with us, but we're really looking forward to it. So
that's fun.
Yeah, it'll be good. Alan will be with us the whole week too. So we're super excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to make sure we stay where we're supposed to be.
Yep.
Somebody has to be the adult. Keith's going to give a shot. Keith's going to take a shot at being an adult. Right, Keith? At least during the day, I'll be the adult.
I used to be a professional adult for the military. I retired from that. So
yeah. Good morning from Wells Beach, Maine.
Which is on the south coast of Maine, south of Portland.
Okay.
I will be headed that way at some point this summer for some family stuff. So I will put the word out when I go.
Nice.
It's I don't know Cinderella story. But it sounds like fun. All right.
I'm gopher hunt. Yep.
So is gophers bigger than moles? Is moles and gophers the same thing, or is
gophers are much bigger than moles?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have gophers. I have moles. I have a lot of moles.
Oh, well, they have those on golf courses too.
We'll have to remake that whole video. How can we do that? We'll get like a little stuffed animal gopher and a little Red Ryder BB gun.
I'll mix a little something, and it'll blow up, and we'll blow up the gopher. Yeah, it'll be good time.
Yeah, that'll be good. Maybe it'll be that Defender at Epic.
Yep.
We'll blow up everybody.
It'll blow up Dave's head. There you go.
Yeah. He's just sitting at his desk right now doing this.
Gotta love it.
So we've had some good reads today. El Salvador is on with us. That's awesome.
Nice.
Too funny. All right. Wes says, with all the SiO2 sprays out there, why would you put a glass sealant on? Well, we use a glass coating. So View is actually a coating versus a sealant. There's lots of them out there. Some of them are more sealants. Some are more coatings. So View is actually a ceramic coating for the glass. And so it's going to last much longer than Defender. Defender is amazing on glass.
Yeah.
But I love the View on glass with Defender over it because you get much more crazy water behavior from the Defender. Much more. But the true protection is coming from the View. Like as far as, a little bit of added hardness, a little bit added, impact protection, maybe from sand and stuff. That's going to come in from the View. Defender is going to give you the really slick, easy to wash the bugs off and the water behavior more than anything. Right. So the two together are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this maybe is a little bit more targeted at, say, some of our
other
more
companies.
I hate to use the term Rain-X style products, protection products. And I get it. Look, the reason why you put a product like that on over a SiO2 spray is if the SiO2 spray is not specifically designed for the window, you don't know what you're always going to get. Not to say that anybody's got a product that would cause a problem, because I don't know that, but I do know that the people who make a window protectant product are making it for the window and have done that testing. So that would be your reason to use one over the other. But when you got View, why would you go any other way? So
yeah, well, glass sealants were more prominent when like you had your traditional car waxes, spray waxes and stuff. So those didn't really work too good on windows, but you get your glass sealant. But nowadays, just all you need is Defender.
Yep.
I haven't had any problems. So.
Yep. All right. When's that leather essence coming out? That's a great question.
That is a good question.
It is a good question.
We already have it.
No, but in the new fragrance line
We
though.
like good, cool looking labels.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to follow up on that actually, because we have talked about what the next scents were going to be, and I know that the leather was high on my list. So we'll check that out, and I'll let you know
Yeah, I mean,
because we haven't talked about what we're going to do for the next fragrance line.
But if you're okay with just the standard label, we do have it.
Yeah, we do have it.
Yep.
But I'll try to get it in the fun labels.
Yep, we need fun labels.
Yeah, and we have kind of targeted maybe end of August for any potential new product releases, trying to get out front of SEMA.
Yeah.
So we may have some things coming that are in the works, and stay tuned.
Mm-hmm. All right, Eddie, got undressed and dressed when I saw you last time. What's the best way to get the most out of dressed? Well, it's to really use undressed. So, because dressed is a non-silicone tire dressing, you do fully need to strip off any old dressings that are on your tires. So, it's kind of a commitment, to be honest, but it's a good commitment. Like I do this on my own personal vehicle, and I prefer dressed. So you have to totally strip the tire with undressed, allow it to dry, and then you can apply 1 to 2 layers of dressed. And I do it with the tire brush, so the green flag tip tire brush, and brush the dressed on, and then you let it kind of sit for 10-15 minutes or so before you make any judgments because it'll be super shiny when you put it on. And then you can either knock it down if you want with the towel, if it's too shiny for you, or if it's not shiny enough, you can add a second layer. Now, dressed is probably, I would say that I get like a good 3 or 4 days out of my car on, where you can really tell that that there's tire dressing on there. But what I will say, here's my biggest benefit to dressed versus other dressings, is even though it may not last as long, my tires literally do not turn brown at all ever. So they stay much cleaner. So even when my tires are not dressed, they're super black. So for me, because I don't want to wash my wheels very often, it's just horrific, which would mean I'd have to apply tire dressing. So that's why I use dressed on my own car, because even when my tires are dirty or, they haven't been washed in 2 weeks, my tires are still black. They're not brown. So that's why I use dressed. But it is a commitment, because then you can't, if you've used dressed, you can't go use something different your next car wash. So it is, it is one of those things. You're making a commitment either way to either use it or not use it. A lot of my customers that come in with brand new vehicles that there's never been anything on the tire, I start them off with dressed.
Another dressed question I have you used it on like WeatherTech mats?
I have not, but I have heard a secret that maybe that's a really good idea.
Yep.
I have not tried it yet.
So I've recently tried another company's, matte dressing.
Yes, I think it was
very
Mr.
similar
that told me about this.
It's non-silicone. So I had the bright idea to try dressed, and I had some pretty good results. So I'm gonna just send it your way and get you to try it.
Yeah. Well, actually, when Eddie was here, he told me about that, and I totally forgot about it. So I have not tried it yet, but I will.
Well, it sounds like that'd be a good thing to do. I mean, it's not going to be as slippery because it's not really a silicone product.
Right.
And, the other thing is, just from the business standpoint, the non-silicone dressings have stayed pretty price stable when there's been all the volatility with silicone. So, a little bit of everything there for that product. And again, that was a product that kind of came out of the basement. So it's part of the basement program.
Yes. So tell me this, Jamie. So when you put it on, do you spray it on? Do you brush it on? Do you spray it on and towel it? How do you apply it?
Spray it on and brush it with an $80 brush.
Oh, on an applicator. Okay.
No, I don't use the $80 brush. I use the Black Terry's from the Rag Company.
Okay.
Applicator it on, and then usually it flashes off pretty good. So.
Okay, so you don't really have to knock it down at all?
Nope.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you do the bake in the sun method or no?
No. It's good
wow.
to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go try it.
Cool.
Go try it. Report back.
Okay. And then, so now another question is, do you have to use undressed on the mat before? Like, say I've had the car before and I've used dynamic. Do I need to remove all that? Like with undressed?
I'd probably treat it like a tire. Yeah, I'd undress it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
That silicone.
I got to try that. I got, my mats were lacking in a little bit of a spiff look. They were clean, but they were not looking good. So
yeah.
All right. So Mark is asking a question about compressed air seems to help even. I assume that's level out.
I think he means in the engine.
In the engine part. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll try that.
Good morning, team. You guys are the best. Hey, the Red Company.
Yay. That's probably Gabe. Gabe, you're the best.
That's right. They're watching live. They're watching live on the Torn Up Studio.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anybody knows, but they're kind of doing a little light remodel. So Levi was telling us last week that the crew's leaving and they are remodeling the offices. So the cubicle farm is going away. I'm kind of excited to see what they come up with.
Use Chop 15 for all basement deals. That's funny.
Yeah.
Ooh. Call Ian.
Yeah. I just bought some Express and I'm loving it. It's the best of the best. It truly is. Truly is.
Somebody got us a coffee cup. That's awesome.
Yes. Thanks, Jamie, for the promo code.
Promo.
Yep.
Get some change. Win-win.
Yes. Ron says, Sydney, love that pic of you posing on the wing of Air Force One. Yes, that was fun. That was actually from last year, but yes, so fun.
No rub's a good one.
Can't wait for my no rub to arrive. Can I use it on, what did that say, on the radiator?
On the radiator hoses. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You
sure.
can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Use paint gloss on my daughter's Jeep carpet a day after. Yes, for the, anti-static.
Yes.
I can't vacuum without it, for sure. Franco says the Louisiana Lunchador. I'm a little behind driving.
Luchador.
Luchador. What is that?
That's a Mexican wrestler.
Oh, okay.
What they call wrestling in Mexico. Luchador.
You got to be in the craft for that one.
Okay.
If you know, you know.
I only know The Rock. You know what? Fun fact, I did used to really watch WWE like back in the day, but I only know those guys.
Used to be able to raise the people's eyebrow, but
yeah. Oh, Alex says Robin is disqualified for the competition. Her label says crystal meth wash.
That's right.
And she's probably hit the nail on the head with that one.
Robin. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Someday we will have a video competition of how to use a product the wrong way.
Right. And it's be talking on the phone while you're using crystal wash. And then it will sound like you're using crystal meth, which is me every day. Mm-hmm. Gabriel, send me the crystal wash and I will make the video. Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. We'll get with
got you 10% off.
Done.
Yeah, the problem is we got to ship it to Europe, which means we got to send it to the Rag Company Europe. So
yeah. Too funny. Okay. 21 days over 110 and counting. Ooh, doing my coding at 4 a.m. That sounds brutal.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yes, Talk Supplies in Canada. They're great. They're doing some storefront programs. So, great partner there. If you're in Western Canada,
you watch the Cleaner Cast. Our Canadian cohort Dewar has a promo for TOC to get your PNS products up there. So go check that out.
There you go.
All right. John says, I coated my truck with Diamond Body 36. Can I still use Bead Maker as a drying aid or even step up to Clean Maker? Jamie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think Clean Maker definitely works really good on Diamond Body 36. I honestly haven't used straight up Bead Maker since Clean Maker. So and the Diamond Bodies have only been out for 10 months or so. So I've only used Clean Maker, but I know Clean Maker is pretty spectacular on the diamond stuff.
Do you not do wash clay seals with Bead Maker?
Nope. I don't do that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Really? Okay.
Like my favorite thing
ever. Monterey, Sydney. It's all he's doing at Monterey.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing ever.
All right. I'll try it out.
All right. So here's a comment from Mark, and I'm going to address this one because I've actually done Legend in 119 degree heat in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And the beauty with it is lay it down and have your towel in your hand because it's that fast to flash. But I got to tell you, it went on and came off like butter and it looked wicked.
I was about to say, I think Legend works way better in my environment. It's like you said, I got the towel ready, I apply it, wipe it. I mean, it is slick and smooth.
Yeah, it is. It is just, it's like butter. I mean, There's no grabbiness to that towel.
It's ready to go immediately. It's
immediately. Obviously no direct sunlight, but I got to tell you, Mark, go for it, dude. It's wicked. And I did it in your city, so it does work.
But yeah, Soul is just always fun to use. Just slap that bad boy on.
Soul is so forgiving. It really is.
Yeah, anybody can use Soul.
Yep.
It's great.
Yep. All right. Amber says, when you guys are using Epic as a pre-spray, do you rinse the car off before starting your absolute wash, or did you go right into the absolute wash? I usually don't rinse. So unless it's like really dirty, unless there's, like the other day I had a car come in that literally had dirt, like from a dirt road, all covering the back. I might rinse the back end, but I don't typically rinse the car first. So I usually just go straight to the Epic pre-spray.
Yeah.
Unless, if there's like chunks and matter on the car, then I will absolutely pre-spray. But most of the cars, because I ask my customers to wash their car first, most of my customers do not have matter on their car.
No, and yeah, when you're rinsing the car, you're literally just doing a water chisel to get the muck off of it.
Yeah,
it's not really because it's that bad. So all right. No, Eddie, we're not.
Eddie, what are you talking about? We're
not happening. COVID. Not happening. We'll get banned from this cast. All right. In my opinion, Express is the best. Well, your opinion is correct today.
Yep, we share that opinion. Opposite of the shout out to the last minute cancellation today.
Darn
it.
Go play golf.
There you go.
The other theme of the day. Play golf. It'll make you feel bad about yourself and your wallet will be empty. You might feel better about the cancellation.
Yeah. Keith, did you ever turn on super chats? Did we ever get super chats going in this thing?
Oh, look, and then
we got some super chat folks in here, some paired folks, yeah.
Yeah, he says, you're right about golf. If you're having a great day and want to have it immediately ruin it, just go golfing. Adult beverages do make the process more bearable.
Yeah. Although the time we played, Sid, we had a good time.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Golf and Epic, what a podcast.
I just more often Epic than Absolute. Yep.
Oh, he likes Epic more than Absolute. Interesting.
Well, again,
I like them together.
The kind of cars
I like them together. Yeah. All right. So RJ says, just leaves a nice matte finish. I use it for all my customers' vehicles. Has great cleaning power, and they all love it. I'm guessing he's talking about Swift.
I'm guessing too. Yeah.
All right. That depends. If I'm at the island, lately I'm like Carbon San Diego, somewhere else in the country, like El Salvador, 2 weeks in Costa Rica working on installations. That sounds so fun.
By the way, we have a distributor in Costa Rica, so check them out. Elo is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Keith, I'll play golf with you, Terry says.
I hear Terry's pretty good at golf.
I'm in on Sunday. Just saying, I'm in on the 13th.
I warned you.
I remember that show. That's right. We did play golf before Monterey one year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rinseless isn't really my thing. # just being honest. Yeah. That's a bummer. Rinseless is totally my thing, but I hear ya. I don't want to say it too loud because we have Mr. Foam in the house, but I'm not into foam. So
right, yeah, I'm not a foam guy. So just
Jamie lives in Foam Town, USA.
Live by the foam, die by the foam.
Well, I'll back that up. I love foam. It sells a lot of soap. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie says waterless wash for the door jams. Absolutely. I love the waterless wash and then using the steamer after I spray it. Keith's face. Did Keith make a funny face?
I think that's when we were talking about mixing a little Defender and a.
Oh, probably.
What is Clean Buster? You need to go to Jamie. What's your video?
Well, I have it displayed right here on the magical chalkboard. So Clean Buster is 1 gallon. First, you got to start off with an IK Foam Pro 12 to get the most out of Clean Buster, in my opinion. Then you get you 1 gallon of Target distilled water. Now, does it have to be from Target? Not necessarily. I like Target water. Good
Me
stuff.
too.
Next, you need 16 ounces of Brake Buster, and then you need 8 ounces of Iron Buster. See, I used to just run the Brake Buster, but then one time Sydney was like, have you mixed a little Iron Buster in there? So I introduced 8 ounces of Iron Buster. She said, about a couple do you? And it's a fantastic mix. Especially works really great on coated wheels. Really revives them really nice. Has the little iron decon in there. It's a good time.
Yeah. So, Alex, you're right. And it's not going to be the FBI. It's going to be ATF. All tobacco and firearms.
Yeah. Too funny.
We are in the speed round, folks.
There we go. Hit them.
All right. Epic with the Splash Defender. Shaken or stirred?
Stirred.
Yeah. Yep. Waggle. Yeah. Keith waggles. All right. Moles are the ugliest, most prehistoric looking creature ever. Yes.
Crazy.
Okay. So we've now insulted moles on this show. We are doing well.
Ooh, moles. I hate a mole.
By the way,
gophers are pretty cute until they get in your yard.
Yeah. Waggle is a technical golf term. So look it up. When you do that little thing with the head of the club down by the ball, that's your waggle.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. All right. Thoughts on putting sealant coating on the blade of the wiper in it as well? Sydney has a little technique. Tell us.
Yeah. So I do that. And to be honest, I still use Bead Maker just because I think it's a little bit more hydrating than Defender. So I still put Bead Maker on my windshield wipers. So what I do is I, on a towel that's folded in a quarter, I spray a line of paint prep, like, down the towel, spray a line, and then I run the, why did I just forget what we're talking about? Wiper blade. I didn't forget. I just forgot the word. Run the wiper blade through the paint prep line. And then right next to that, I spray a line of Bead Maker and then run it through that. Because I just feel like it kind of coats and conditions the wiper blade. I tried it with Defender and I don't know. I didn't love it.
It just has the glide. It just has the glide.
Yeah. So I do Defender on top of my View, but I do Bead Maker on the wiper blades. Yeah. So
for Kimberly's question, my advice to you, Kimberly, is
polish, just wash clay seal. Does wash clay seal do a little damage?
Yep.
So here's the thing. Generally speaking, no. I do a lot of wash clay seals, but those are on vehicles that are just coming in for a full detail. And their paint's not perfect anyway. Like, I love this debate online when people are like, it's going to what paint jobs do you guys get in your shops every day? Because perfect paint jobs don't come to me.
Yeah.
Not by any means,
Yeah.
And if they do, we're usually coating and then we're polishing anyway. So, the paint is never perfect. They're not bad, but you would never know but no, you're not leaving damage. I did have one really, really dry black, Hyundai once that it left some, and not actually even marring, it kind of left a little bit of the clay residue. It's actually what it left.
Yep. I've had that happen.
You could see the marks, and I just buzzed over it real quick with some UCP and it was totally fine. So no, I've never had any issue doing that. And I do the wash clay seal on coated cars too. That's my maintenance, is I wash clay seal with Bead Maker. And then I'll usually follow up with, kind of my final wipe with Defender. But even there on, even on the ceramic, I don't notice any marring for sure. So now the key here is we're using the synthetic clay towel, not traditional clay.
Right.
If you use traditional clay, you're probably going to leave marring.
Yeah. And we use, again, not even clay media, it's the perforated clay towel. So the least aggressive towel you're going to get. And again, you use good lubrication. Lubrication will solve a lot of those problems too. So
and I think for you too, Kimberly, one thing that you might want to do, even though you don't polish, that's totally fine, but you could get a bottle of UCP 1987 and just have on hand, and you just hand apply it. So if you do have a spot like I did on that Hyundai that you go, I left a little mark, I need to kind of polish that out, you can just hand polish with UCP. So it's a good kind of just emergency bottle to touch up an area. So that might be something that's good to have on hand, but you shouldn't need a polisher for sure.
And I'd apply that by hand with the Pearl Puck. That would be a perfect applicator for that.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Ron says, try rinseless. You will become a convert. 99% of the time when I clean my vehicle, I use Absolute. I used it in an IK sprayer at a car show to clean up my Mustang. Absolutely. Won a trophy for the top 25 Mustangs in the show.
There you go.
Perfect. Yep.
Proof is in the pudding.
Yep.
And that pudding.
Yes, me too, Alex. If I ever buy, if ever available, 5-gallon of coconut lime fragrance, please get me some help. Now, here's the thing. Did you guys all know that Bob Phillips' favorite thing is when people ask for stuff in 5 gallons?
Nice.
It's literally not his favorite thing.
The bear is very tired of getting poked today. Just saying.
Denise says, I switched to rinseless too. It took me a while, but I have converted. Post-winter decontamination, I use a foam cannon. Perfect.
There we go.
Yes, Kirby. Tires looking black are better than any browning. That is for sure.
There you go. Terry tried it out.
Terry got the message.
There we go. Jamie told them about the dressed on the mats. So the thing I will say about that is, especially on a car show car, those tend to always get the orangey brown tires. And, I just think if you can start that car on dressed early, I think you're way ahead of the game.
Yep.
No rub is the real MVP. No rub is an MVP. It just fits in that one spot where you need it.
Yep. Love it.
Do you smell that Jamie is cooking?
What Jamie's cooking.
That's right.
It's jambalaya.
It's about to smell like peppermint grapefruit. Isn't that what Epic is peppermint? Keith, you are smart.
Yeah, it says I'm too smart. You didn't fall for the trap. What's the trap?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Gabriel, help me.
Shout out to Owen and TOC Bucky VW for 10% off.
All the Canadian listeners out there, check them out.
Thank you, Ron. I also have a black Mustang.
There you go.
Favorite non-PNS product? I'm going to have to bounce that one to you, Jamie. I can say mine too, but I'll have you go first.
Well, y'all don't like foam, so Incredible Studs DIY Detail.
Okay, good.
The foamiest foam.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Favorite non-PNS product for me? It's probably that my favorite product that I still use a ton of, and it's just because there's nothing like it at PNS, but that weighting polish from Eagle One, the stuff that you tear out of the can.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff is the coolest stuff ever.
What is that called?
What is it called? It's some sort of chrome and aluminum polish, but it's like weighting polish. And so it's like fur that you pull out of a can, and it has metal polish in it, and you polish with the fur that you pulled out. It's great.
That's my I know that product. Yeah, that's an old school product. Mine would actually be Solution Finish.
Oh, yes.
Solution Finish. That's a good one.
Yes. Yep.
And then, of course, every towel made by the right company. So there you go.
Yes. Yep.
And
I was going to say that, but I thought it'd be too obvious.
Yeah, exactly. But you said product, so I went liquid, and I would say Solution Finish. So Chris West does a great job.
That's a good answer. Wow, we're having like a heck of a storm here right now. We have like lightning and everything.
Oh, cool.
Yes, have a fantastic week. Be safe. Oh, wow, we went way over today, didn't we?
Yep.
So SB, do you spray Epic on first and then Absolute on top? Yes. So I just walk around with the Epic, spray the car, let it sit 3 minutes, and then I just start my Absolute wash. I don't pre-spray with Absolute on top of Epic. I just go straight into my Absolute wash. One product that I've used many times is the Extreme Carpet Stain Remover. That is one that I've not used a whole lot of. I have a can of it.
We're not huge aerosol folks between us, Sid, but I mean, it's a great product, and nice to have. Rinseless is king cheap. That's true.
Works better than others. It just does the job. Yep. I really like rinseless. I feel like my car doesn't get dirty as fast as when using soap. Target distilled water sales just went up. I still cannot get Target water here, but I am on the Target train. I think the Target water is far superior.
It's got some magic in it.
Yeah, I just have a hard time getting it.
Okay, so Eddie, if they call you Tiger Chubs, are you missing a hand or do you have a bad knee? Which one is it?
Have any of you used Island Shine on the door rubbers rather than leather or vinyl? I have not. I just stick with dynamic on all of that stuff, to be honest. I really do. Dynamic does everything for me. So I haven't ventured out into, I actually think I have a gallon of Island Shine and I have never opened it.
Yeah, I've never tried Island Shine.
Island Shine's a great product. High shine dressing. We really have sold a lot of it for tires and general purpose in a detail shop. I used to sell it in Texas quite a bit. Guys wanted it to be thicker than it was, but it's got kind of a great coconutty smell to it, but just a standard, silicone dressing. Great product, water base. I have used it on door seals, and it's great. It's fine on those. Like any of those traditional dressings, what you find is you leave a silicone residue behind. So sometimes you got to come back and kind of rub it down after it's sat.
Yep.
Put a lime on the coconut.
Lime and the coconut.
Yeah.
For sure. I know, Gabriel. We'll have to. He's talking about Crystal Wash.
Yeah. So yeah, I caught him on the game. Yeah. Well, not before. So.
Likes are low, fam. Hit the thumbs up on your way out.
Yeah, we're coming to an end.
Never a dull moment. Well,
never dull. That's what it's called. Never dull. Sydney's product.
Oh yes. Eagle One Never Dull. That's what it's called. Yep.
Okay.
Love it.
Cool.
Oh my gosh.
We love Josh, and this has been the epic edition of Bead Maker and Coffee with Sydney and Jamie.
I don't know if it'll be safe, but we will have a trip. I'm missing the green, Keith.
There you go.
He's missing the green like the Tiger Chubs.
Yes.
Shout out to the Tiger Chubs king, Eddie Clone.
There we go.
That's so funny.
I have tigers in his backyard. All right.
We missed Alex's comment. Favorite non-piano is anything from Mocha Mousse, which is true, and I didn't get Mocha Mousse today, so I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to rectify that. But yes.
And the last one, have a safe Stroop waffle trip. We will.
Yes. We can't wait to see you, Hans. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you in 3 days.
Yep, it's going to be crazy.
Hans, we might not. Will we see him that soon, or will we not see him till like Saturday?
Well, Friday or Saturday, but that's still this week.
Saturday.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, that wraps it up.
Thank you.
Sydney and I are obviously off to the UK. Jamie, we see you in a few weeks at Monterey. So that's going to be exciting.
Again, shout out to Bob, Dave, Mr. KD over here, Sydney, for letting me on the team. It's going to be kind of a once in a lifetime dream thing for me. So it's going to be pretty epic. I'm looking forward to meeting all the legendary detailers on the team. It's going to be a good time.
Awesome.
And Josh Pierce, I'm gonna try and get dapper with you. And we'll sneak through the VIP lines or whatever you got, and we'll do the thing.
All right. So be prepared for videos we didn't plan to make. There you go.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you everybody for an awesome episode. Thank you, Jamie, for joining us today. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Indeed. And make sure you stay tuned on the lounge and to the PNS Facebook page and Instagram, as I'm sure we will probably be over posting because we're going to be really excited. So everybody have a really great week, and we will see you back here. We will be back the Monday after we get home. And that should be an epic episode as well.
Yes, it will be an epic episode.
Shout out to Epic.
There you go. #epic. See you, everybody.
All right.